And welcome back to another episode of Divinity Original Sin 2. I do not know why I'm saying it like that. Just seems like the thing to do.
Stealing Everything Edition? I found a thing.
Well, let's see.
Places.
I don't think these guys are
angry.
And everything is drawn up on them, but I don't know if they're angry.
You already went into the cellar?
Yes.
Who are you?
Suspicious, he examines the document. On realizing it's real, he hands it back. Then...
I apologize. I didn't know. Admission granted. You, there, guard! Admission granted.
Relieved, he gives you a stiff salute, eyes forward.
Easy enough. I will come back here one day and murder all of you. And I'll take your freezing arrow. Alright, forgot to ID this ring. +1 to warfare, plus 84 health. I don't think he uses... No, he does. Yep, okay, so I need that. Oh, well.
There's something else you can ID.
Those are better than his current. So, tank gots, really brain? Okay, my brain's starting to shut down.
Brain, status report.
When he comes out,
Nope.
lads, kill him.
He drapes one hand on the hilt of his short sword and gives you a tired look. A look that says, try me.
Why is everything on fire?
Because these guys are dicks.
He turns towards...
Since when does rain? I have mercenaries.
Oh.
What'd you do? What the? Why are we in combat?
I used an ability on a corpse and apparently it made them mad. We should probably just reload. God, you sneeze at something the wrong way and everybody gets pissed off at you.
Well, I think it's because that ability to do the whole source
hindsight
absorption.
2020, using a source ability in front of things that hate sorcerers is probably a bad idea. But you know, I didn't think that they would actually notice what specific ability you're using.
Well, at a bare minimum,
I mean,
you consume the corpse.
I used it on a corpse. What does it matter?
Suspicious, he examines...
I apologize.
Relieved,
See if you can find those boots again.
The problem is it's a prop.
he turns towards
So,
you. Then he breathes deeply.
Yeah, I will most likely get a proc.
I have
The next chest I
The
loot,
sorcerer
but
is
it'll
trapped in the cellar
probably
beneath
be
the
a
house.
item.
He's dropped one magister, but he
Then
won't
again,
drop
maybe not
another.
at all. I don't know.
We
I
don't
don't know.
need you, Merc. These papers say you're an inquisitor.
Nope.
You don't look like an inquisitor.
Yeah, no.
You don't smell like it. Fine. The job's all yours. Of course, first, stand back, lads. The Merc's here's gonna show us how it's done. Go on. We're all watching. Watch and learn, fellas. Watch and learn.
Ooh.
He has goodies in the shop or something?
He has a body that I want. Has +1 to Hydra Sophist and +1 to Intelligence on it, with higher armor than my current. Can you buy it for me?
Send me the money.
Actually, shit, I probably don't have to send you the money. I'm going to send you all this stuff.
Yeah, that'll probably work. Though, I kind of want his rune.
You can get the rune, too. Do you still need more? Do you still need more?
That's enough for the body, not enough for the rune.
Well, go ahead, put the rune in and tell me how much you need. Oh, this.
Just throw more. If you're curious, you save about 330 on the rune and 500 on the body.
Ooh, savings.
So you're actually only spending about 1,000.
You are my coupon.
I'm your Groupon. Nod. Why does he keep blocking my... Wait, that's your bag. Stop blocking my bag, game.
Thank you kindly.
Well,
Oh.
is that your room?
No, thank you.
Also, is there a rune that I should be putting on my gloves? It has a slot.
On those, it seems like all you can really get is just resistances. Unless you want a source orb to get mass cleanse wounds.
Which I have on my body.
The man brandishes a sword, ready to fight. A curious weapon, simple but weighty. It seems out of place in the hands of a simple worker, if that's what he is. You have your doubt.
Back, Magister, or I'll cut your guts for ribbons like I did the last fella. Like I don't know
Library
that.
third.
They think I'm a sorcerer. They're wrong. My sword? Let me tell you something. I fought in the Great War. I took this weapon from a black... This is my reward. My house burned down, my neighbours killed, and by magisters, one of whom I killed.
He gives you a long look. Then, with a flourish, he spins the sword towards you, hilt first. It's a simple weapon, weighty, well-made, and well-maintained. It's clean, but it feels tainted.
Whoa! That shield has 200 physical armor.
He nods. You turn...
What sword did I...
Stand back there.
It's on the ground.
Oh, what the... Ah.
Yoink. That is a really nice one-handed sword. Did he just give it to you, or...?
Yeah, I basically asked him for it, and he gave it to me after I told him that, you know, if he basically comes out unarmed, then he won't get hurt. So, I'm thinking...
Stand back there. I'll come up for air when the coast is clear.
Yeah, okay, so he wants me to come up whenever the coast is clear, so I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to kill those magisters. Though I feel like that's something that we can't really comfortably do yet. Not without a good solid vantage point, anyway.
So I have options of chat dialogue here. So first I'm gonna sell him. I can't sell him the sword. I can sell him the shield I picked up and painting. Okay, so I have chat options. Tell him the sorcerer is dead. Tell him he is a fool, the man was no sorcerer. Or ignore him and keep walking.
One more time, what are the options?
Lie and tell him the sorcerer is dead. Tell the guy that he's a fool and the man was no sorcerer. Or ignore him and keep walking.
I say try the whole no sorcerer thing.
Tell him he's a fool.
Yeah.
And then he says, I'll be the judge of that, and tells you to pick one of the other two.
Then do the first one, I guess.
And then he asks for proof. And then the only option left is ignore him and keep walking.
I've had enough of you. Get him!
Which then makes us fight, though.
Let's see. Barely any physical armor. Okay, so I can knock down the Inquisitor. The Assassin's getting the next turn, though. You're already in the dialogue. I guess just try to ignore it. Like, see if you can ignore them.
How do I ignore them?
There should be a third chat dialogue.
Yeah, that was the one it forced me into right before combat. Just get really far away from them.
Far away is... How far away?
Further. Further. That's probably fine. I also find it funny. I get the first turn now.
I don't
It's
know
almost
how it
like
works.
initiative caps. Like, regardless of how fast your whole team is, only one person can go before, like, all the enemies. Then it has to have another, like, one of the enemies going in between your people. It almost seems like it forces it into that, which I find is stupid. It should just be completely based off of initiative.
Oh. How did that...
We might have to teleport to a way shrine. Expecting that to break combat, but it didn't.
Oh no!
Really? And there's murder in the whole family. Maybe we should just kill these assholes.
Well, I think it's going to be easy enough to kill the assassin. I mean, he doesn't really have much in the way of shield.
We have meat shields now.
Yeah, it's just I'd really prefer them not to die.
Why? Do we have a quest with them?
Yes.
Well, they're already dead. Unless you want to reload again and run in a different direction this time. And go further. Other direction.
I don't know if the other directions may end up accidentally pulling the other three that are down here.
Don't hurt me. Like I told them magisters, the sorcerer ain't here. He's holed up in that Crossley house yonder.
The colour drains from her face.
Well, I didn't mean... Obviously, look, it serves him right for sheltering sorcerers.
Realizing she may have just made a terrible mistake, she swallows hard. She shakes her head and keeps her lips tight shut to show you that in an amazing coincidence, and you realize she's trying to tell you something.
The key. Under the barrel. You can hide in the house, just please.
She closes her eyes in terror.
Don't hurt me. 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 Don't hurt me.
She shivers in fear, her eyes tightly shut.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Okay, whatever.
Don't hurt me.
So you managed to get away.
Yes, but keep in mind they're still pissed off. So if you, basically right now they're pissed off on sight. But yes, you got away.
I see a vantage point. I went to the graveyard.
I've spotted.
Help!
Oh, what the?
I'm down here! Mind if this
Wait,
magnitude
teleported
shouldn't
here?
be cursed
Yeah.
to live like this. Can you dig me up? Well, I used to be, I can say with confidence who I am now, at least. A thinker. Don't worry.
Okay. Hold up. There's something underneath here that wants me to dig it up. That it
The
asks.
skeleton tries to brush the
What
dirt
the-
from his clattering bones, then frowns. The moistest bits are still stuck in his cracks and crevices.
Thanks. You're probably looking for a reward, but
He pokes a finger against his...
I'm a bit of a philosopher, you see. Not much else to be, what with all that thinking time. Are you questioning my intellect? You think you say more sooth than me?
The skeleton pauses and sighs, then straightens his spine with a clatter.
A soul bond will settle it. A battle of wits. Then the cosmos itself will decide who... But I'm sure you'll be just
You do
fine.
see his stats, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's easy. We link up souls and share our innermost beliefs. Think of it like an innocent little duel. The winner remains the loser. Well... Battle is dangerous, is it not? I find it to be true anyway, even when you're battling your own... I don't blame you. To brush shoulders with someone of my stamp.
Hold up.
Got yourself together? Let's soul bond and see who's got a better handle on this. Oh, how fun. Just touch this bone on my rib.
You reach for the rib in question, but nothing feels different. Not until you try to...
All right, mister. Deep thought. First up, our purpose in life. I say it's to accumulate knowledge.
His jaws clack together in a show of self-assurance. You question your response the moment it leaves your lips. Your entire body shivers anxiously.
You poor, precious, pathetic thing. That's what happens when you... Let's see if you can do better this time. Tell me. I say no. The gods guide our every move. How could I have been so simple when the truth is... Well, I will...
The skeleton hangs his head low.
Is there a difference between right and wrong? The truth is that there is...
You feel the bond break between your finger and the skeleton. The truth of your final answer momentarily calms you, but it is not enough to ease the inner pain ripping through your muscles.
Such a pity.
What does he do?
He asks questions 3.
Oh god.
Getting kind of sick and tired of being exploded by things like this. The absurdity is slightly hilarious, though. Alright, let's try it again.
Got yourself together? Let's solve. Oh, how
You reach
All right.
his jaws. You question your response the most.
You poor, precious, pathetic thing.
Okay.
That's what. He's in.
Let's see. Okay.
Let's see if you can do better this time. I say no.
There seems to be no escaping this weird bond.
Well,
The skeleton.
is there a difference?
You feel the bond break, but the truth of your final answer momentarily calms you. But it is not.
Okay. That's irritating. So, I have to do something specific for that. You actually have to find a book. Thane, the undead guy, can answer all 3 questions without having to go read the books. But,
Huh.
whatever. And completing the quest gives us 16,000 experience, which I'm okay with. But, not yet. As for now, let's see if we can deal with these assholes. I can hit them from here. Let me see. Is there any one of them that we want up here with us?
Probably not. Plus, it might be a good idea to save that in case one of us gets teleported down there. Which I don't think would happen because it's a melee, a ranger, and a melee, but you never know. I mean, they had teleporting fucking crocodiles.
Ow. as a literal... Huh, okay. Let me see... I call bullshit. Oh, okay, it was just a Molotov. Never mind. And now they do increased fire damage.
I would definitely call bullshit with that guy shooting an arrow up here.
Medium poison resistance potion? Really, guy? Just worry about the Inquisitor. I'll get the other two.
Well, he gave me fire.
Whee! No, actually that's a bad one to use. Let's use... Things are going weird with the camera.
Is an arrow?
Yes. I healed you.
Thank yous.
And let's see.
That was a little bit of the ouchies.
Just a little. Three, two.
Just press the delete button on them already.
Unfortunately, I already used my AoEs. I mean, I can fireball them. Wait, nope, not again. They're too close. Can't do that.
Blood cloud? That's a thing? Apparently you can electrify or freeze a blood cloud. Hover your mouse right behind him. Like 10 pixels or less behind him. Or at the, like the tip of his robe. It says blood cloud at the bottom, where it says fire, blood, burning, underneath that says blood cloud.
Interesting.
How does one produce a blood cloud? Sounds like a chipper shredder was involved. Or dynamite? I'm the ouchies again. Just thought you should know.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could have CC'd the Ranger. It's just I used all of my cooldowns, basically, turn 1.
Well, there. Use the sleepies.
That works.
I'm the unseeables. Hey Farron, if you go on evasive aura, I can be the unseeables, you can be the untouchables. I think I'm done with the corny puns now.
Yep.
Jump down there.
Oh, yes.
Are you gonna Medusa their faces off?
No, I don't have enough action points for that, I'm afraid.
That almost kind of gave me vertigo a little bit. Just saying.
Decisions. Can't hit him either. Dicks.
Billy's texting me. He's just like, how are you and Farron? He's like, pretty good. And he's like, fucker hasn't texted me in like months. And I'm just like, lol. Just like, you haven't either, asshole. I are bad at messaging people.
Indeed.
You know, there's a point in your life when you realize your balls grew too large to keep them in your fucking pants.
What?
That's a ballsy move, man. You just I'm gonna laugh when you squeeze.
I don't plan on it. Wait, what?
I don't think it worked on either of them.
Come in, Cloak! Go, go!
Was that a love grenade?
Yes, it was! It didn't do shit.
I mean, it only has a 50% chance of even trying.
Yeah, and it failed. Miserably.
Story of my life.
Alright, so if you can, kill the Magister Inquisitor before he does things.
Can't.
Do you have an invisibility spell? Available, maybe?
No.
No? Then you shouldn't teleport down here.
I don't plan on going anywhere near this clusterfuck.
Do you have an elemental arrow that you can hit the Magister Inquisitor with?
I'm not sure if that's gonna really
Hey, if you can shoot two, you might get lucky.
help things.
Here, I'll tell you his resists. He is weak to water. 45% fire, 50% air.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Oh, yeah, that's what happens to damage.
No, here's the problem. See this roof?
Uh-huh.
I'd have to shoot through the roof to hit him.
Balls of steel?
No, God, no. Hell no. No. Fuck no. Still out of sight.
Might be able to hit him with a fire arrow now. Well, not him directly.
What
but-
is actually preventing my line of sight here? God, this is a pain in the ass. Ah. Does he have any shield at all? No. If you have a fire arrow, you can hit him with the AoE. Who called you?
That was my mom. Wanting to say, happy birthday and all that nonsense. How much does this do?
He only has 46 health left.
Yeah, no, he's technically out of sight.
If you use a fire arrow, the AoE will probably kill him.
Yeah, it's just I don't have a fire arrow.
I do, in the bag. And I don't use them ever.
Well, I'm gonna try this.
Just use the fire arrow. It's pretty much a guaranteed thing.
Unlock your bag?
Oh my god, why does he keep locking? Just stay unlocked.
Right, I have to drag the stupid thing out. Die.
See? Guaranteed thing. Also, do you want to know what's an interesting tactic with reflective shot?
Oh,
You throw down reflexive shot in a spot where, things are forced to walk in. And then you use Enrage. Then your character will fire at the first 3 things that walk into that area and have a 100% crit chance against them. Personally,
They
though,
are
I don't-
standing perfectly apart. No, screw you. No, they're both petrified.
I don't like the ranger, I'm thinking. And now it's saying the target's out of sight. The path is interrupted for that. How? Oh, there's a tree above me. Because, you know, why would a tree...
Oh, right. Can't teleport them whenever they're petrified. Huh. Interesting. That's gonna hurt. You know, if you want, you can just skip your turn. He's dead on my next turn.
What if I want to get the killing blow?
Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna break it. Oh, I kind of, almost a little bit,
Okay.
sort of. Yeah.
Very good.
This was my dead father's house. Sorry. This was my father.
He sighs.
Well,
If he were the crying type, he'd shed a tear, but that doesn't...
All right. Right.
I said all I do, please.
ho hum,
I've heard all this before. You really need to work on your storytelling skills.
The Magister Quartum is...
Oh, it's good to bake again. With the war, I doubt it could be better than my dear departed Mamma's recipe. Tell me this. What's the most important bit?
Her eyes light up, and she licks her...
Oh, you know how to make a girl hum. And our troops need all the home comforts they can get out. Well, I guess all I know is that it's happy too.
Yeah. I need that wand. Because it would go perfect. Water and air.
Does it have crit rate on it?
Yes, it does.
Alright, send me the money and I'll buy it.
Oh, I'm just looking at other stuff in her shop. 7 red scrolls. Decent body. A ring. Nothing in particular.
Good day to you.
But there you go. I think it's the only. It's a purple wand. And it has crit rate on it, and I think +1 to intelligence as well.
The one with 5% crit chance?
Yes.
It's a water?
Yes.
Unless you want a shield that actually has a blocking chance on it.
Eh.
Yeah, this saves about 400 gold.
Sweet.
390. Do we want any of the red scrolls?
I think we're good for now. Thank you.
Wait, my bag actually stayed unlocked?
Yes.
Wow. Also, what's up with this sword? I can't sell it. It's just chilling in my inventory.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's a quest item.
It might be.
Looking for something else? Happy to.
So we still have, what, 2 more of these chests?
Yeah.
Good day to you.
Alright. What's in this cave?
Hey, you're not allowed in there.
Oh.
Let me guess, she doesn't like us going in it.
No, she does not.
We can always murder her.
Indeed, we could. There's that. There's a beach turtle over here.
The turtle barely glances at you as she moves.
It's a turtle.
Turtle?
The turtle barely glances at you as she moves slowly.
Hello, little turtle! Adorable turtle.
Whoa.
But to be fair, it's more like a
Oh,
tortoise.
God.
What happened?
Shriekers.
Nosy around camp, but watch it.
Oh.
The docks are
Yay.
restricted. If you come back bleeding, don't say I...
And I'm pretty sure we don't have a spell to deal with that, do we? No, all we had was that wand.
Well, hold up.
Oh.
What was the name of the ability on the wand?
Crap, I don't remember.
Come on, sorcerer. It's always the same tale. You're boring.
What manages to jump? I've said all I know. Please.
Oh.
Oh, hum. I've heard all this
What? What'd you do?
before.
Just
You really
run
need to
really
work
far
on your
away.
Storytelling skills.
I accidentally clicked on my hotbar when I was trying to walk, and of course I click on the fucking spirit vision thing, which by the way makes these guys instantly attack you. So just get really far away and I'm gonna, you know.
Okay, I think I'm a sufficient distance.
Yep, it got 3 of them.
Damn.
Indeed it did.
Damn all of you.
One of them's level 14.
Yeah, that would be the white Magistar.
Which is interesting because he's already damaged.
Yes, he is, though. Woof. He has 1,600 health. And does 305 to 333 damage just with his, like, attacks.
Well, we got into combat. Which is weird because now they're showing up as yellow again.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'm actually going to go back over here because we still have more stuff to do over here in the graveyard.
Wait, they're leaving.
Huh. Alright. Go ahead and save. And I'm going to cut this episode just a little bit short. Definitely starting to make a dent in terms of the progress, I think. Definitely progressing much nicer than we were at the start of the game. I mean, God, it took us so long just to get out of Act 1. It was just so rough. Definitely feel like things are going more smoothly now, if nothing else. So, with all that being said, we'll see you in the next episode.